Those who chase happiness will never catch it. Lao Tzu.
Have you ever wondered, why does trying so hard to be happy leave us feeling more insecure? Why does pushing to change our lives only make us more tired and frustrated? Hey there. In the next 12 minutes, I'm going to share with you the art of not trying, a profound philosophy from Lao Tzu, the greatest sage of the East. You'll discover 1. Why overtrying actually makes life worse. 2. How to let go at the right moment to live lighter. 3. The secret to applying this wisdom in our busy modern lives. This isn't just theory, it's a practical way of living that's transformed me and millions of others. But before we dive in, take a second to think. When was the last time you felt burned out from trying too hard? A job, a relationship, a big goal? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your story and chat with you about it. Did you know that 2,500 years ago, Lao Tzu saw through a massive mistake that most of us are still making today? Stick around because what he figured out might just change how you see your life. Once upon a time, about 2,500 years ago, Lao Tzu lived in a world that was just as messy and chaotic as ours is now. Back then, people were obsessed with chasing things: fame, wealth, power, happiness. Every single day they ran after these dreams, pushing themselves harder and harder. But here's the kicker: the more they chased, the more exhausted and empty they felt. Sound familiar? I'll be honest, I've been there too. A couple of years back, I was stuck in this cycle myself. I'd worked 12-hour days, hunched over my desk, grinding away to prove something to myself, to my boss, to the world. I had these big goals: get that promotion, save up for a house, be the successful person everyone expected. I thought if I just tried hard enough, I'd finally feel happy. But instead, I was a wreck. My shoulders were tight from stress, my sleep was a mess, and all I felt was this gnawing pressure and insecurity. Happiness? Nowhere in sight. It's not just me though. This isn't some rare personal meltdown I'm confessing here. There's real evidence backing this up. According to a recent study, 70% of people under 35 say they're burned out from work pressure alone. That's 7 out of 10 of us, maybe even you watching this right now. Think about it. How often do you push yourself to the limit, hoping it'll all pay off, only to feel more drained than ever? Back in Lao Tzu's time, he saw this madness unfolding. People running in circles, chasing shadows they'd never catch. And he realized something profound: all that effort, all that forcing things, it wasn't the answer. It was the problem. Every day we kept making the same mistake, thinking more hustle would fix everything. But what if the secret isn't in trying harder? What if it's in something totally different? Something simpler but way deeper? That's what we're diving into next. But what changed when I stumbled across this one line from Lao Tzu? Stick around because this was the moment that flipped everything for me. Then one day, while I was browsing some dusty shelves at the library, I came across this gem from Lao Tzu: don't try. At first I was like, wait, what? How am I supposed to survive in this deadline-chasing world without trying? But then I dug deeper and got it. He wasn't telling me to give up or just kick back and binge Netflix all day. What Lao Tzu meant was that everything in the universe has its own rhythm, like water flowing downstream. It doesn't force itself, doesn't fight back. It just moves, easy yet powerful. He called this the Tao, the art of living in tune with nature. It got me thinking, what would happen if I stopped pushing myself to chase things that don't really matter? Take my old habits for example. I used to be glued to my inbox, obsessed with replying to every email the second it popped up. I'd stay late after an 8-hour shift, forcing myself to finish stuff even when I was wiped out, thinking, if I don't answer this email at 10 p.m., my boss will think I'm slacking. So I decided to test it out. One afternoon, I turned off email notifications after work. I didn't make myself grind out that report nobody needed ASAP. Instead, I went for a walk, popped in some earbuds, and listened to a Joe Rogan podcast, just to unwind. And guess what? The world didn't end. Nobody fired me. That report got done on time, and I was sharper when I tackled it later. Honestly, things flowed better because I wasn't strung out like a tightrope anymore. Another time, I tried it with my weekend plans. Normally, I'd cram everything in: brunch with friends, a run, meeting up again, then rushing home to crank out content. But this time, I let it go with the flow. If I was beat, I'd stay in, crack open a book, or watch an episode of The Office, without beating myself up. The result? I felt lighter, like I just dropped a huge weight off my shoulders. Lao Tzu was right: when you stop forcing things, life doesn't fall apart. It actually gets better than you'd expect. So, what does letting go the right way actually look like? This is the biggest lesson I've learned, and I bet you'll want to try it yourself after hearing this. Because of that, I started changing how I live. Instead of trying to control everything like some micromanaging boss, I learned to let go when it made sense. For example, I was once on a team project at work. Things were stalling, the deadline was looming, and everyone had a different opinion. Old me would have jumped in, tried to fix it all, and forced it to work my way. But this time I did something different. I didn't push. I let the team figure it out, only chiming in when it really mattered. Guess what? The project got done and I didn't have to play superhero. It just naturally came together. Lao Tzu said, "Water is soft and weak, but it can wear through stone." Sounds poetic, right? But it's pretty straightforward. Real strength isn't about forcing things or bending everything to your will. It's about flexibility and patience. Water doesn't smash through a rock overnight, it flows over it, slowly carving its path. Life's the same way. You don't have to tackle everything like a bulldozer. Sometimes stepping back a little is the most powerful move you can make. Take my friend Mike, for instance. He's a perfect example. Mike works at an ad agency, and he used to stress himself out trying to please everybody. His boss dumped a last-minute task on him? He'd say yes. A coworker asked him to tweak a presentation at 9 p.m.? He'd do it. Friends wanted to grab drinks on a weekend when he just needed sleep? He'd go anyway. He was burned out, grumpy all the time. Then one day he tried what I'd been talking about. He started saying no. Like when his boss piled on extra work after hours, he'd politely say, "Can we push this to tomorrow?" Or when friends invited him out and he was wiped, he'd just go, "I'm gonna sit this one out, guys." The crazy part? Nobody hated him for it. People actually respected him more, and his life got so much lighter. That's when I realized letting go isn't weakness. It's about picking the right moments to ease up and let things flow on their own. Like when you stop obsessing over every email or phone call and just take a minute to walk outside or sip a coffee, you'll see everything's still fine. Better than fine even. And here's how you can start applying this today. Trust me, with just a few simple steps, you'll feel your life lighten up in no time. Until finally, it hit me. Lao Tzu's art of not trying isn't about being lazy or checking out of life. It's about being selective, focusing on what really matters and letting go of the stuff that doesn't. Life in America's always go, 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 right? Work piling up, phones buzzing nonstop, not to mention little things like feeling pressured to reply to a group text the second it comes in. But I've learned that not everything deserves your energy or stress. Take this for example. If you're freaking out over work, say your boss just dropped a bunch of deadlines on you right before quitting time, try hitting pause. Here's what I do. I take 5 minutes, sit still, and breathe deep, like those exercises you see on apps like Calm or Headspace. Then I ask myself, is this worth trading my peace of mind for? I tried it once when I was swamped with a rush report. I stepped outside, took a few long breaths, and realized I could ask to push it to tomorrow morning without anyone blinking. And you know what? I wasn't just less stressed, I came back sharper and got it done better. Or think about weekends. Instead of jamming everything in grocery runs, hitting the gym, meeting friends, I started picking and choosing. If I'm wiped out, I don't force myself out the door just to prove I'm busy. I stay in, put on an old episode of Friends on Netflix, or jot down some thoughts in a journal to clear my head. It recharges me instead of leaving me running on empty. The trick is knowing what's worth your time and what you can let slide without a second thought. And it's not just me who's figured this out. This philosophy hasn't only changed my life, millions of people worldwide swear by it. From monks meditating on mountaintops to busy entrepreneurs in Silicon Valley, they've all found power in letting go. Studies even show that 60% of Americans have tried meditation or stress relief techniques at least once in the past year. So if they can do it, you can too. Give it a shot just once and you'll be surprised how simple and effective it really is. So there you have it. Lao Tzu's art of not trying teaches us something simple yet profound. Don't chase happiness, let it come to you. Life in America feels like a non-stop race, doesn't it? You're buried in work, racing to meet deadlines, checking emails even during family dinner. Or on social media. always posting stories, replying to texts, proving you've got it all together. But Lao Tzu says, stop. The harder you force yourself into those molds, the more worn out you get. The more you let go, the lighter and deeper life becomes. Picture this. Instead of staying up late to finish an email that could wait, you shut your laptop, step onto your porch, breathe in the night air, and play a song you love, maybe Sweet Caroline, or something. Or instead of stressing to keep everyone happy on Instagram, you mute notifications, grab a book, or pop some popcorn and rewatch The Avengers. I've done it, and it's like dropping a sack of bricks off your shoulders. Happiness isn't some finish line you sprint toward. It blooms when you stop forcing, stop comparing, and let things flow naturally like water slipping through your fingers. But the story doesn't end here. Next time, I'm diving into 3 more Lao Tzu quotes that totally shifted how I see life, from handling work stress to finding joy on the roughest days. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. It's the next step to living with more ease, and it's coming your way soon. If this video hit home for you, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who could use a little peace in their life, maybe a stressed out coworker or that friend who's always on the go. I'd love to hear from you too. Drop a comment below. What are you going to let go of to live lighter? Work pressure, social media, that habit of checking your phone every 5 minutes? I'll read every single one and reply to all of them. I'm serious about connecting with you on this. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next video.